Cupid is known as the god of love and attraction. He makes people fall in love by hitting them with his golden arrows. But wait, did you know that he also falls in love with the person he shoots? Well, that's the thing. Cupid was the son of Venus, who was goddess of love, and Cupid is the god of desire. What happens when God desires same person as you? Gods are known to be mischievous. Cupid himself fell in love with Psyche, the goddess of soul, and when she betrayed him by dropping burning oil on his face, he made her fall in love with the ugliest being there is for eternity. Does this mean gods are selfish? If God does not like you, he can make your life a complete misery. Do you still believe that Cupid is lovely as he is displayed? Why does love fade after a while? The answer is desire. He often made people and gods fall in love and desire the one who has already passed away. Those god and people lived in pain their whole lives. Is Cupid still as lovely as you think? There is a saying, do not judge a book by its cover. Cupid's Roman name is Amor, which means love in Latin, but he is known not as the god of love, but desire. Have you ever wondered why? There are many myths. The story of Cupid's origins is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, with conflicting accounts and hidden truths waiting to be uncovered. In ancient Rome, Cupid was known as the god of desire, erotic love, attraction, and affection. But how did this mischievous figure come to be? Some say that Cupid was born out of the passion and desire between Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, and Mars, the god of war, while others claim he was created by the union of Venus and the god of the sky, Jupiter. Some even believe Cupid was an ancient god that predated the Romans and was later incorporated into their pantheon. Regardless of his true origins, Cupid's story is one of love, desire, and passion. In one version of the myth, Venus became jealous of a beautiful mortal princess named Psyche and ordered Cupid to make her fall in love with a monster. But wait, anything could have gone wrong, went wrong. Cupid accidentally pricked himself with one of his own arrows and fell in love with Psyche himself. The two then began a secret affair, with Cupid visiting Psyche every night in a beautiful palace. Their love was not without obstacles. Psyche was eventually betrayed by her jealous sisters, who convinced her to look at Cupid while he slept, despite his warning not to do so. Then she saw him. Cupid flew away in anger, leaving Psyche alone and heartbroken. But Cupid's love for Psyche was too strong to ignore, and he eventually forgave her, and they were married with the blessing of Venus. Their story is one of enduring love, passion, and the power of desire to overcome even the most difficult obstacles. Yet, what is a love story without some dark truths that shall never be seen by the light of day? There are darker aspects of Cupid's story that have been lost to time. Some whispers in the halls of ancient Rome says that Cupid's arrows were not merely instruments of love, but also of manipulation and control. It is said that those struck by Cupid's arrows are forced to fall in love, even if they did not want to. Some even claim that Cupid's arrows could cause obsession and madness in those who were struck. These tales only add to the mystery and intrigue surrounding Cupid, making him both alluring and dangerous. Even today, his image is used to symbolize the power of love and desire, but also the darker aspects of human nature that can be unleashed when passion takes over. Cupid's role as the god of desire reflects the Romans' belief in the power of love and attraction. In Roman mythology, Cupid was often called upon to help mortals and gods alike fall in love, and his arrows were said to be capable of causing intense feelings of desire and affection. Cupid's influence was also believed to extend beyond romantic love, as he was associated with the idea amor fati, or a love of fate, which emphasized the importance of embracing all aspects of life with passion and enthusiasm. Not everything is sweet and lovely though. Did you know that Cupid was said to be a demon? In the tale of Cupid and the dolphin, Cupid is depicted as a capricious and unpredictable god, often messing with mortals. According to the tale, Cupid once saw a beautiful woman bathing in the ocean and decided to play a prank on her. He shot a dart into a nearby dolphin, causing it to fall in love with the woman and carry her away. The woman was eventually rescued, but Cupid's prank caused her great distress and anxiety. In the legend of Cupid and the sleeping nymphs, Cupid is portrayed as a lustful god who craves using his powers to satisfy his own desires. Cupid once came upon a group of sleeping nymphs and became aroused by their beauty. He proceeded to shoot them all with his arrows, causing them to fall in love with him and engage in sexual activity. When they awoke from their slumber and realized what had happened, they were filled with shame and anger. Cupid even plays a game or two with other gods at times. He once shot an arrow at Apollo, causing him to fall in love with the nymph Daphne. When Apollo pursued her relentlessly, Daphne begged the gods to save her, and they transformed her into a tree. Such was the incident that sparked the eternal rivalry between the two. Cupid was responsible for the famous Judgment of Paris, in which three goddesses, Hera, the goddess of marriage and childbirth, Athena, the goddess of war, and Aphrodite, the goddess of sexual love and beauty, competed for a golden apple. Cupid was said to have influenced the outcome of the competition by shooting an arrow at Paris, causing him to choose Aphrodite as the winner. In all these tales, Cupid displays common behavior. All his doings give rise to intrigue, danger, manipulation, and mystery. Let me ask you, is what you desire necessarily good for those around you, or only for yourself? Such is that everything must be in equilibrium, for when there is love, there must be hate. Cupid is no stranger to this idea. He was also known for his jealousy, and he used his power for evil things. In the tale, Orpheus, a gifted musician, fell in love with a woman named Eurydice. However, when Eurydice died, Orpheus traveled to the underworld to try and win her back. Cupid, who was jealous of Orpheus's love for Eurydice, shot him with an arrow, causing him to fall in love with Hades, the god of the underworld. Despite his love for Eurydice, Orpheus could not resist the pull of his new desire, leading to his eventual demise. This reveals the dark and jealous nature of Cupid. He makes others suffer when he doesn't get what he wants. In a separate tale, Cupid once saw a beautiful woman and became overwhelmed with desire. He used his powers to make her fall in love with him and took her as his lover. But when the woman later fell in love with a mortal man, Cupid became jealous and enraged. He used his powers to punish the mortal man, causing him to suffer greatly. These stories don't just prove that he isn't all lovely, as he has his bright and dark sides. Neither was he a good archer. He accidentally shot himself with a cursed arrow, causing him to fall in love with a mortal woman. Despite his efforts to resist his own desires, Cupid found himself consumed with passion for the mortal woman, leading to chaos and destruction. Cupid, the god of desire, has been revered for centuries as the embodiment of love and passion. However, some myths suggest a darker side to this famous god. So, the question remains, was Cupid truly a force of good, or did he have an evil side? Whatever one's interpretation may be of Cupid, there is no denying the intrigue and mystery that surrounds him. His complex nature and unpredictable powers make him a fascinating god to explore, and his legends continue to captivate and fascinate people to this day. Whether he is a force for good or bad, there is no denying the impact that Cupid has had on human history, and his legacy continues to shape our understanding of love and desire. On the one hand, Cupid is often depicted as a symbol of love and romance, even though he is the god of desire. He is responsible for bringing people together and inspiring them to fall in love. In many stories, he is portrayed as a kind and compassionate god, always eager to help for those in need. His arrows, while sometimes unpredictable, are seen as a force for good, bringing people together and creating new connections. On the other hand, there are also myths that suggest a darker side to Cupid's nature. In these stories, he is depicted as a jealous and vengeful god, prone to using his powers to punish those who cross him. He can be manipulative and cruel, causing chaos and destruction with a single arrow.